CNBC TV18 ZETWERK Tales. The people and the passion.
A company built on the foundation of strong values, visionary leadership, and a commitment to making a difference. ZETWERK, a manufacturing unicorn across industrial and consumer products, is slowly catalyzing the world's ideas into products and making manufacturing boringly predictable by bringing absolute transparency and visibility to customers at every step of the production process. In just 6 years, ZETWERK has grown from a humble beginning to a powerhouse of innovation and success.
6 years back when we started ZETWERK, all the 4-5 co-founders sat across a table, and one of the first conversations we had was, what brings us together? What is our common value system? And what should be the no compromise value system of this company? And some of the things that came up in the conversation, it resonates with me even today, and it doesn't just resonate with me but with the whole organization. Entrepreneurial spirit, customer centricity, resilience, transparency, disagree and commit are some of the key values that we practice every day at ZETWERK.
ZETWERK's commitment to its values is evident in its growth-oriented and people-centric approach. From hiring to development, every decision is made with forging a new legacy in mind.
Two of the values which are quite close to me is making a difference continuously and building great teams. It's been 3.5 years, we've seen a massive growth in regards to our headcount of being merely around 500 odd employees to today around 3,500 employees. And while this growth has happened, there are two pillars which we strongly feel that everyone need to follow. One is being growth oriented and second is being people centric. And each one of us, irrespective of leadership level or at a junior level, we need to showcase that, that we walk the talk.
The name ZETWERK has been derived from the Dutch word meaning composing work, and the brand is truly living up to its name. Be in culture, which is vibrant, agile and empowering, or other initiatives like Foundation Day celebrations which foster a strong and inclusive community.
We just finished our Foundation Day, as we call it. It is to celebrate the 6 years that we've been here and we've been building from the day of the start. And every year we kind of commemorate the winners, we celebrate the employees. It's a lot of fun, there's a lot of idea sharing, so it starts with hackathon, there's so much of collaboration that happens, and then it eventually culminates into a large scale event.
Creative, innovation, collaboration,
impact,
exploring,
electrifying,
fun,
refreshing,
sleepless nights,
learning,
corporate festival,
Quantum leap.
Events like Zackathon bring ideas to life, all within 48 hours, promoting collaboration and innovation across departments.
Zackathon brings multiple teams together, like the business team, the product team, the engineering team. The collaboration is such that each team realizes the limitations of the other and also the strengths.
The one thing that's been phenomenal about the hackathon for me is how it reinforces the culture of ZETWERK. ZETWERK has a very, very phenomenal culture of collaboration, of innovation and of team bonding.
Zackathon is one thing which I'm always very interested in. It was my second Zackathon this time because it's the Zackathon where you see miracle happening. In 48 hours, we deliver an idea into a product. As a business user, I just go and pitch an idea, but it's the product and development team who are able to execute it into a product in 48 hours without having any idea or knowledge about a certain segment. So that is completely fun. It is more about collaboration as well, where different departments come together in order to execute something that great. It was more special this year as we won the award, and I'm sure that other Zackathons will be more successful, as well as we'll get more products and more ideas which will get executed in our business.
My favorite part was Zackathon 24. We have collaborated with tech teams, and we have developed ideas from the scratch to the product life, and basically it helps businesses to get the visibility and also to nurture the business in such a way that it has improved productivity and good ideas on the table.
Ownership is key that defines a Z-setter, as the employees are fondly called here. Every team member is empowered to act like an owner, driving projects with a deep sense of responsibility. This ownership mindset leads to significant accomplishments such as the largest solar factory project in the US for ZETWERK and the single largest girder fabrication for bullet trains in India.
Recently, we have completed India's single largest girder, which is in length is around 130 meter, weight is around 3000 metric ton in single largest span, which is firstly fabricated in India for the bullet train, whose height is around 21 meter and width is 13 meter. So around 250 people are continuously day and night working to get it happen. The quality which we maintain as an international quality for making this girder to around assembly as well as dispatch.
I would say the most exciting so far has been the Unimax project that I'm doing in the US right now. So that project has so many of ZETWERK's core values embedded in it. Like for example, ZETWERK says always puts its customers first. So when the customer gave us a requirement, we did not wait for everything to get set in place. So like we leased a building. Part of the building is doing productions now for the customer, and part of the building is still undergoing project stage. So that is one example, and then the other thing is making it happen. So when Srinath, the founder, called me and said, hey, we have a project in the US and we'd like you to go manage it. So within a week, we pulled team across US, India, China, Spain. Then we started designing it, and we set off right away. And right now, when the project, it's almost in its final stages of completion. When the project completes, it would be the largest solar factory for ZETWERK in the US.
There are many projects which are very close to my heart, but one project is definitely tops the chart. So this is a project where we did in Jodhpur. So we have a customer who gave us a problem, right? And we don't know nothing, we don't know anything about that. Where we did a market study, then we did a business feasibility study, then we have set up a factory, then we have started the operations. While doing that, we understood that supply side challenges, and we understood the customer side asks as well. So that gave birth to a business unit called as ZETWERK Electronics, as we see it today, which is doing somewhere around 2,000 crores in revenue.
Every person in the organization is an entrepreneur by himself. Everybody thinks it's their own organization that they're running. And the sense of ownership on getting this done is something which is very exciting to work in this organization.
Ownership is one of the important criteria that defines a Z-setter today. Whatever work that we do that in a collaborative manner. We do that as a team and win as a team.
A testament to this collaborative spirit has been the Z-Setters' triumph in delivering superior results against competitors, which is being achieved through the unwavering commitment of the team members and the strong values that drive them.
So the most exciting part of working in ZETWERK is everybody starting from the co-founder to your first man in the line is giving the best he can on a daily basis. The best anecdote I can give you is we went on to beat the Chinese in a price war last year for solar modules in one of the largest tenders in the country. Being anywhere else, it would have been shot down on the first day, but we took it up and we got that through. I think that was exciting last year.
ZETWERK isn't just a place to work, it's a community at large. The culture here encourages transparency, collaboration and continuous innovation. Employees feel empowered, trusted and part of something bigger.
I think culture, it's not about building something, it's all about basically practicing it in your daily behavior. Things like transparency, being kind, being focused about basically work, but at the same time be very people oriented. Those are things which you practice, right? So it's about how you engage with your team that matters a lot to me, and pretty much that's been my driving force. Whatever I believe, I try, and whatever I expect out of others, and I try and do it at my own end as well.
CNBC TV18 ZETWERK Tales, the people and the passion.
At ZETWERK, leadership seems to be about approachability and openness. The leaders here are not just bosses and managers, but mentors and guides who support their teams with humility and transparency.
That I've never seen a company which is so approachable when it comes to reaching out to leaders, whether it's from my department or for other department. In case if I have any idea or problem statement, I know how to solve it. I can walk up to anybody, understand and discuss the problem and get it executed. And that is how the fast or how the company thinks.
The leaders at ZETWERK are very human, you know, they are not larger than life, and they're super approachable. It's comforting to go up to them and have a conversation. It's extremely easy. You know, we've worked with leaders time and again on just various initiatives, and they're always open to ideas. You know, I feel it's a two-way conversation that happens when I reach out to them, and that makes me feel valued. We do multiple, we have multiple platforms like your town halls, ask your founders. Those sort of initiatives also opens avenues for us to really understand what's happening in the company.
Coaching and development are other key cornerstones at ZETWERK. Even the founders underwent 2 years of rigorous coaching to set an example from the top. Developing first-time managers is a continuous focus at ZETWERK.
Coaching is one of the most critical elements. It is interesting for larger people to understand that even the founders have gone through 2 years of rigorous coaching exercise, because it starts from the top. Similarly, we have a lot of first-time managers who are there in the organization, and we continuously focus that how can we develop them so that they can march the large teams, motivate them at the ground level. In regards to the overall reward and recognition kind of activities which we do, we have monthly, quarterly, half-yearly, annual. Everything revolves around the value system of ZETWERK, not on the performance side of it. And when it comes on to the performance assessment side of it, we have great weightage in regard to the values of ZETWERK. Because even if you are a great performer when it comes to the job, but if you don't showcase the value system, you're still important for us, but you may not grow the way the organization is growing.
This growth at ZETWERK is supported by two key pillars, being growth-oriented and people-centric. At ZETWERK, they aspire to walk the talk at every level. from leadership to junior employees to fresh hires.
I started as a management trainee. We remember our first day when we were onboarding fresh campus hires. Pandemic was going on, and most of the people were working remotely, and the pace at which ZETWERK was growing, they were diversifying. It made us a little nervous, but I'm thankful to the team. They were very inclusive, welcoming. We never felt like we were new to the industry or we are just fresh campus hires.
There is a lot of focus on training managers and training managers to be fantastic people leaders and also be a mentor to people who are delivering results every day. Other thing that we do at ZETWERK is give responsibility early to people. So we have fantastic examples of young, rookie, relatively inexperienced people coming in and delivering supremely fantastic results. And this has happened because they have been given responsibility, accountability, and also the management is instilling trust in that individual to deliver that job to perfection. And that is what creates magic, in my opinion.
ZETWERK seems to have invested heavily in upskilling and training programs, addressing both functional and behavioral skill development, with an aim to not only enhancing individual skill sets but also building a future-ready workforce that can propel companies' continued success.
It's a company which has grown very, very fast, and key strength of ZETWERK is its people. People who are very entrepreneurial, very high ownership. They may be very demanding, but at the same time they are committing themselves completely. So I think those are my learnings here, and largely what I have seen is it's a very fast-paced environment where decisions are taken very quickly. At the same time, there's enough room for people to express and think through, but at the same time, taking decisions quickly is important in this ecosystem.
At ZETWERK, diversity and inclusion are not just buzzwords, but core values that are woven into the fabric of the organization. Creating a work environment that actively supports and empowers women is a step in this direction, with an aim to foster a workplace that celebrates and empowers individuals from all backgrounds.
It didn't give me just an opportunity, but it gave me a platform to thrive because I was the only woman in the org. They supported me very well, and they just gave me the freedom to make strategic calls while keeping all the stakeholders' interest at mind. Also gave me the freedom of errors just to learn, although I took pretty well full advantage of that, but that's how you learn. You make errors, you fall, and then you again stand up like phoenix. So they taught me how to be a phoenix and how to soar high and just flap your wings and make this organization grow, as well as you also grow.
Being a women employee, the only change or the only change which I see over here is how Women's Day is celebrated. Because that is the only day where I feel, that I'm a women employee. Other days, it's all same with whether it's a male or a female employee. Women's Day is the celebration is at another level altogether in terms of the time, energy spent on organizing it and making you feel special.
An instance would be me working on 3 key projects in the organization, starting out with the Women Mentorship Program, which we started out with an inaugural cohort of senior women leaders who were guiding younger women in the organization and creating the sense of belonging of women here in the workplace.
ZETWERK has been recognized as a great place to work at for the 2nd consecutive year. The company is proud to provide an employee-centric environment that fosters unique career journeys growth opportunities, and an inclusive work culture which is equally rewarding too.
Reward and recognition is centric around the value system. Let's take an example of a bias for action is one of the values for us. Being relentless is one of the values which we have. So we have rewards which is centric around that, so that people are not only expecting that I'm supposed to work on my OKR, but they need to go ahead and deliver much larger aspects as an outcome to be recognized across the organization.
Z-Setters recognize the importance of employee well-being, which is why they offer a comprehensive benefits package that includes health insurance, paid time off, and wellness programs. They believe that a healthy and fit workforce is a productive workforce.
So at ZETWERK, we're very high on fitness and well-being. And I think it's not just about physical well-being, but just, even mental well-being and overall well-being of the employees. So the fitness challenge that we call it, ZFit, has a plethora of things that we undertake, which includes push-ups, squats challenges. There's mental well-being seminars that happen. There is yoga sessions that happen on every Saturdays. And just too much that happens on the wellness side. We've done multiple health camps. We do this even at remote sites and for all employees, right? I myself got fitter here at ZETWERK through the Stepathon challenge. So I think that's one initiative that we're very much invested in. How do we create a place, an environment where people are getting healthier and fitter and not just focusing on work.
This is ZETWERK. Here, every idea finds its foundation. Welcome to a new legacy.
CNBC TV18 ZETWERK Tales. The people and the passion.